Can you believe it is December? It is 60 degrees here in beautiful Avondale, Pennsylvania. The floors have gone in. We still have baseboard to do, but we're getting ready to do the color consultation today to figure out what colors are on the wall. Come on in, let's take a tour. Let's show you what's going on this edition of Forever Home. Let's get going. Come on inside. I love when you walk in and boom, you can see straight room from one end to the other. I love when you walk in and boom, you can see straight room from one end to the other. It just makes the house feel so much bigger. You remember in the last video we had these floors all ripped up. The guys were in the process of nailing things down. Well, this is complete. We're all the way in, all the way through into these closet spaces, and that's complete. We've got quarter round in there. We have not put in the baseboard down here. That's downstairs in the basement being painted. We showed you that in the last part of this video series. Flooring runs continuous all the way in. It does a really nice job of separating the living space from the bedroom space. Now we've still got some weights down, holding down the glue for the transition strips, but before that carpet came all the way through here, there was no definition of space. So we come back through here into the next room, same thing. Living space separated from bedroom space. That is phenomenal. And then we've got a good durable floor product here that for all your entryways, everywhere that you're gonna come into the house, and it just makes it feel so much bigger. Let me take you over to the other side and show you what it looks like from that side. And you can really see when you come in just how much larger this space feels. So add that to our beautiful kitchen space that we have going on, and I want to introduce you to Denise. Denise is part of the brainchild behind some of these renovations, working with Sue here. Today is our color consultation day, right?
It is, yes.
And so Denise is helping Sue to pick colors and figure out what's going on the walls, what's going on the cabinets, what color we're going to paint the island. The island's actually going to be different from the rest of the cabinets. That takes guts. It helps to have somebody that knows what they're doing. Denise, tell us about this process. How do you walk a client through, going from, well, we have white walls and brown cabinets to doing something that's creative and makes their forever home more welcoming?
The most important part is to get a feel for where the client's thoughts are and what they envision their space to look like. So you take that information and then you use your training and you come up with a plan. So for Sue, we knew we wanted kind of a crisp, clean look in here, but we also wanted some details that really popped. So we've decided that we're gonna do a navy blue island, possibly a navy blue accent wall on the opposite side of the room to kind of balance the space out, and then grays for the cabinet and the wall colors on this side of the room. So again, we used the quartz that we picked out and kind of used that as our stepping stone. And from there, you can see we now have kind of a fan deck of blues and grays that we're working with to pick the right colors to bring this space, together.
And then what we didn't show you earlier was this process of taping different pieces of paper onto the wall and onto the cabinets and kind of seeing what, I guess, coordinates together. Is that the right word?
Trick is always put your paint colors against white. You never want to put the paint color right against the dark red of the cabinet. You want to see it contrasted with white, because these undertones of this cabinet can definitely pull a different color if this is just taped right up to the cabinet and not against white.
So you hear people use that phrase where it's picking up the other colors and it just changes the way your eye perceives what's going on. So it's an awesome tip.
And grays can be tricky. We had a lot of gray samples here that pulled a blue undertone or a mauve undertone, and you do have to understand the undertones in a color in order to pick the right color.
Yeah. Now, we've got a reasonable size house here. We've got a color palette for here. It sounds like we're doing a slightly different color in the living space. Can you get too many colors going in a house?
As long as they coordinate and blend, it's still gonna flow. So you do want to kind of separate your spaces, but as long as it's cohesive, then it's gonna feel like a home.
So these are the kind of conversations where when someone asks me, Drew, are you a designer? Do you have a designer in your team? No, I don't. We typically recommend our clients work with an interior designer, somebody who specializes and have that eye, and their brain just works for colors in ways that mine does not. I'm really good at putting it together, but when it comes to trying to figure out what things go together. Now, one thing I can tell you, we know that in here, we're talking about a dark navy against this wall. I can tell you that when you're watching TV, watching movies, because I like to do that once in a while, that having a dark color wall behind your TV may be more relaxing for your eye, but I can't tell you what dark color that should be. That's where hiring somebody who specializes in this, like Denise, can really be a benefit to you as you're planning a project, especially as we're going through. Simple things, I mean, tell me about the brainchild behind moving the ceiling fan. Let me walk back over here so that we can see. The ceiling fan is sort of centered in the entire room, and Sue, you suggested that we sort of center that more
into the living space.
Tell us about the decision. What was your thought behind that?
When you walk in that archway, you know, when you enter the kitchen, that's what you see, and really that's not the focal point of this room. We're going to have a beautiful chandelier over here on top of the table, and so that fan was almost an eyesore because it's not properly placed. You know, if we move it and center it in the living area, then it looks like it serves a purpose, whereas right now it almost is floating in the entire room and looks out of place.
So this is really a process of helping Sue set up her forever home. This is where she's going to be for a while. She wants to enjoy it, and now's the time. Do all those upgrades that you wanted to do, get them in on the front end so you can enjoy them for the time that you're in the house. And having a designer to help you with that, I wouldn't have ever suggested she move the fan. That never would have crossed my mind. But when we talk about it, it really does make sense that it's going to change the way you feel, and the way you're able to enjoy this space. So any other tips as we talk about, you know, designing, or this is a fairly simple kitchen renovation, new solid surface, painting a bunch of stuff, changing out the baseboards, but what else do people want to think about when they're redesigning a space like this to make it more enjoyable?
I would say, you know, just think of the way you're going to live in your space. You want it to be comfortable for you. Again, we chose something that was pleasing to the eye. You know, I think Sue is going to enjoy working in this kitchen just because everything is so beautiful.
And she's got that much more island now to work on. It gives her that much more prep space.
So you just want to think of how you live in the space. You know, again, this is more of the living area, so we wanted everything to kind of be right in this space. And so with the dark accent wall, kind of tying both sides of the room together, moving that ceiling fan, it's just going to feel comfortable and relaxing, and someplace that she wants to live in and call home.
Absolutely. So we can't wait to show you the after footage. Once this is all painted and prepped and finished and the baseboards are in, it's going to be absolutely phenomenal. If our team can help solve a problem for you, give us a call. They're standing by weekdays, 9:30 in the morning until 2 in the afternoon at 484-748-0008. Choose option 2 for 𝗗𝘁'𝘀, your full service construction and renovation company, and extension 2 for new projects. We are a registered Pennsylvania home improvement contractor number 88078, Newcastle County, Delaware 10490. If you've got a problem we can solve, take a picture of it. Send it to us right here on the Facebook page. Click that contact us button there at the top. Send us a photo. Give us all your contact details. Our office staff will get right back to you with next steps in the process and how to make that happen. If you're watching on YouTube, like this video, hit that subscribe button, click the notifications bell so you get updated on all the cool tips that we have for making your forever home exactly what you want, and so you can separate the contractors who know what they're talking about from those who don't. Remember, we're finished with it. You're proud to say it's not just done. It was 𝗗𝘁'𝘀. We'll catch you in the next edition of Forever Home. Bye for now.